Okay, I've got my radio torn apart. I'll show you quickly inside. The hardest part was mounting these switches. I've got mine on stalks of hot glue, so I've got glue gun sticks, getting them the right height. Ideally you want them poking through the case, but you don't want them so high that when you shut the case the button gets pressed on, so they've got to be almost exactly right. You can't see a lot from the wiring, so I've drawn some schematics to help you out, and I'll show you again down the bottom. That's where I've put my trim pots down the bottom. I want to go over what they're for and how they work. I have here a drawing. Basically it's showing you how the speed controller works. Down here I've got an arrow. That's like a neutral zone, so you press your trigger to go forwards, and this point is basically where your steering servo would be if it was on the steering channel, but it's obviously the speed control channel. So you're pressing forward, just coming forward, nothing's happening, nothing happening. Get to that point there, and the forward triggers on. It's quite a big jump, so your speed goes up to here straight away, first jump, and then you carry on pressing your trigger. It'll proportionally increase the speed as you press the trigger. What I've done with them buttons, you can get accuracy and repeatability to get it to jump to that point exactly every time, forwards or reverse, by pressing the corresponding button. So you're always going to get to the just on point, which is a little bit too fast to be fair, but it's better than pressing your trigger and ending up there, or not even going on quite. You know, your finger's not as good as a button, is it? Ideally, I'm doing the charge on, but I've got little dotted lines where if it was a high quality speed controller in the 2-in-1, that's what it would do. It would come on very slowly right at the bottom there and then ramp up to that point. But like I said, it's almost like a trigger onto, I don't know, 10-15%, maybe 20%. I'll bring in a second arrow, and if I do that, then that's where you need your triggers to fire on, both your buttons to fire on. You want them in them positions there, and that's adjustable by the trim pots that I showed before. So your forward trim pot, if you adjust that one alone and move this arrow, you can adjust it to just be firing on. That's where you want it. And the reverse, again, you need it to be into the just on position there. There's also something that affects both of these positions, and that's your normal throttle trim on the top of the transmitter. I'll get the sticker. So your throttle trim there. If you adjust that one, it basically moves the whole thing. It shifts the whole thing. So you could end up with a throttle position there at switch on, and it won't arm because it will recognise that it's firing on one side of the electronic speed controller. I've done that bit wrong actually. It would be like that. You could be too far over. So yeah, anyway, it does shift the whole thing. So you've got to get the balance right. You've got to get the positioning of that right and the positioning of each one right. And as your battery discharges, these positions here slightly change. They shift a bit as the voltage drops. So you can't have a fixed resistance instead of a pot. You always need a pot. You have to adjust it as you're driving. Not very often, but you do have to adjust it, so it's best to do it like that. I hope that made things a bit clearer. I hope it helped. Maybe just let me know. I don't know. Right, we'll move on to the next bit. There's your schematic diagram. Pause the video if you want to see it if you want to copy it. I know it's all the same colour. I should have done it in different colours really. Where the lines cross, they're not connected. You know, it's a bit of a maze. So there's your schematic. And I've done another drawing which shows the actual components as you would see them. So when you open your case, your throttle triggers connected to this side. So showing the pins there, which way you want to do them. Otherwise you'll be pressing your forward button, you'll be going reverse if you get it the wrong way around. Again, hope that's in focus and stuff. I can't see on my camera, the screen's gone off, so there we go. just copy that. A couple of things to mention: 47 kilo ohm trim pots, and the momentary switches push to make. Particular ones I use, the off contacts on each side. You should use one side, and you're only using 2 pins on the trim pots. The one that goes to the wiper, and the extreme side to the left, looking from the front. Okay, job's a good one.